Students, till now we have learned rules and properties of multiplication of integers. Now we will deal with problems on multiplication of integers. This is exercise 1.3 in your textbook. The first question, verify the following. 18 into 7 plus negative 3 is equal to 18 into 7 plus 18 into negative 3. Okay, so this portion we will consider it as left hand side and this portion we will consider it as right hand side. First we will see what is the answer for left hand side. 18 into 7 plus negative 3. First we will do whatever operation is said inside the bracket. 7 plus negative 3. That is, one number is positive, the other number is negative. You will subtract and give larger number sign. 7 minus 3 plus 4. 18 into plus 4 is plus 72. Okay. Now we will go and see what is the answer for the right hand side. 18 into 7. You know it is positive 126. 18 into negative 3. Positive into negative is negative. 18 into 3 is 54. Here apply addition rule. One number is positive, the other number is negative. You will subtract and give larger number sign. 126 minus 54 is 72. Here larger number is 126, so positive sign. So when we calculated the answers for left hand side, we got positive 72. When we calculated the right hand side, we got again positive 72. So we proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Next question. For any integer a, what is negative 1 into a equal to? Here a is taken as an integer. Negative 1 into a. Answer. When you multiply an integer with negative 1, you will always get its additive inverse. I have explained what is additive inverse. For example, plus 4 into minus 1 is equal to minus 4. That is, you are multiplying the integer plus 4 by negative 1. You are getting the additive inverse. The additive inverse of negative 5 is positive 5. You will get the additive inverse of an integer when you multiply it with negative 1. Clear? Third question. Determine the integer whose product with negative 1 is negative 22. What does this question mean? You should find the integer which when multiplied by negative 1 gives you negative 22. Let's see. A number when multiplied by negative 1 gives you negative 22. So the answer is positive 22. Positive 22 into negative 1 will give you negative 22. Next question. Find the product using suitable properties. Here the important word in this question is using suitable properties. If you are asked a question like this, you should use the suitable properties which you have learned. That is closure, commutative, associative, distributive, anything. But don't multiply it as such and write the answer. Hope you understood. Let's see the first question. Here the first question is 26 into negative 48 plus negative 48 into negative 36. Here this addition sign divides this expression into two terms. This is the first term and this is the second term. Okay, what is common in the first and the second terms? You can see negative 48 is common in the first term and the second term. So by applying distributive property of integers, we can say that negative 48 common in both the terms. So we'll take negative 48 out. So you can write, what we can write? Negative 48 into 26 plus negative 36. When you take negative 48 from here, what is remaining? 26 plus what is remaining here? Negative 36. Okay, when you take negative 48 out, what is remaining in the first term is 26 and what is remaining in the second term is negative 36. That is what you wrote here. Negative 48 into 26 plus negative 36. Where is this plus sign coming from? This plus sign is coming from here. Now in this bracket we will apply addition rule. One number is positive, the other number is negative. You will subtract and give larger number sign. 26 minus 36, 10. That is minus 10. So the answer is negative 48 into negative 10 is equal to positive 480. Next question. 625 into 35 plus minus 625 into 65. Here you can see which is the common term. 625 is the common term. Can I say negative 625 is a common term? No. Because here no negative sign is there. So 625 I can take it out. Okay, when I take 625 out, here what is remaining is 35. From the second term, if I take 625 out, this negative sign also remains and this 65 also remains. Clear? So when we take 625 as common term, the negative sign remains there with 65. So we can write it as 625 into 35 plus negative 65. Negative will not go with 625 because we are taking only the 625 outside. So here also apply addition rule. 35 plus minus 65, you will get the answer as negative 30. 625 into negative 30 is equal to negative 18750. That is negative 18,750. Now, certain conditions. To make multiplication easier, we apply commutative and associative property of integers wherever possible. Main instances where we use these properties are 5 into 2 is equal to 10. 25 into 4 equal to 100. 125 into 8 equal to 1000 because multiplication with 10 and its multiples are easy to do. Let's see what are the examples. In other words, we first multiply the terms which gives a multiple of 10. Here the first question is 8 into 53 into negative 125. Here you can see 8 and 125 is there, so we'll multiply it first. Applying commutative and associative property, we can write this as 8 into negative 125 into 53. You can write negative 1000 into 53. That is negative 53,000. Without any calculation, using pen and paper, you can calculate it mentally. Next one. Find 15 into negative 25 into negative 4 into negative 10. Applying commutative and associative property, we can write this as negative 25 into negative 4 into 15 into negative 10. This we know without any paper calculation, we know it as negative 25 into negative 4 is positive 100 and 15 into 10 is equal to 150. And the final answer is negative 15,000.